Today we will be discussing about network management capabilities on Itarian platform. So let me introduce myself first. This is Ilgaz and I am the product manager for Itarian Endpoint Manager. Today we will be covering how to create and run network discovery tasks, how to schedule them, and then we will be focusing on how to create and manage network profiles to manage network devices. And lastly, we will be covering how to create and manage network monitors so that we can properly monitor our network devices. So let's start. First of all, let me share my screen. Now you should be seeing my Endpoint Manager portal. So network management is located here. So this is the place that we do our network management tasks and configurations. There are 4 submenus: discoveries, profiles, devices, and monitors. So let's start with discoveries. When you go to discovery subsection, you will see the existing discoveries that were created and which can be easily filtered by their discovery type. There are 3 discovery types. One is by network, the second one is by Active Directory, and the third one is by SNMP protocol. By selecting a single discovery, you can do some actions on the discovery item. You can execute the discovery, you can clone it, you can delete, and also you can get an export of this list. So let's create a new discovery. So I will be covering both by network and by Active Directory. So let's first go with network discovery. We need to add some probe devices. It can be multiple, so that it will search for the entire network or the parameters that you enter. But we need to at least have 1 probe device to be used. You can enable SNMP protocol for discovery to be able to discover and manage SNMP devices like network printers, routers, switches, etc. And there is an option to run the discovery immediately after it is created. So let's enable the SNMP protocol. As you know, SNMP requires a community string. So you need to enter the community string as well. So let's create it. After the discovery is created, it opens with General tab. Also, you will be able to see the probe devices. You can add more devices or delete existing probe devices. And also you can set a device as default so that whenever that device is online, that device will be used for IP scanning. You can define IP range. Like this. And also you can define IP range exclusions. There is no ordering between multiple IP ranges, so all ranges that are entered here will be included in search, and all IP ranges included here will not be searched. You can change the name and the customer and also the device group of the network discovery and also the community string by clicking the edit button and then this, to the save button. On second tab, it is auto enrollment. So currently found Windows devices can be automatically enrolled to Itarian platform, but there are some preconditions for auto enrollment to work. So first of all, there needs to be the probe device needs to have PSExec executable to be able to distribute the packages. And also there are some requirements for the network permissions, and also antivirus and firewall system shouldn't block the PSExec and SMB connection. And also only for the target devices, the user has to use the regedit, the below regedit selector, so that the enrollment can be finished correctly. So once those preconditions are satisfied, then you can just click auto enrollment to be enabled. You need to specify a local user admin account and password so that the enrollment could be done using this account. You need to choose a device owner and you need to choose a device group so that the enrolled device will be placed in the correct device group. And also you need to specify a profile, and so that the necessary profile attributes is loaded just after the enrollment is complete. As I said, this is only available for Windows devices, and we will be working on Linux and macOS devices so that they will be also available for auto enrollment. The third tab is notifications. Here you can choose the notification options. There are 3 options. So whenever you can receive an alert, whenever a discovery is complete, whenever a new device is detected on the network, and whenever an already detected device IP is changed. On schedule tab, you are able to define new schedules. So let's choose today and schedule for weekly, and let it run on 1:15 a.m. each Saturday. And you can define a finish date for this scheduled operation. If you want it to be continuous, you can just select no end date. And you have the option to skip the scheduled task if the probe device is offline. That means that if you have more than one probe device, this will only work if all the probe devices are offline. So if it finds any online device at the current time, the scheduled task will be run and will start discovering new devices. And the last tab is discovery logs. Here you can see the existing discovery jobs that were executed. Since this is a newly created discovery, there is no discovery logs. And when you click discovered now, it will start discovering. It takes some time according to the size of the network. And discovered devices will be located on devices section. So here there are two tabs. The first one is discovered devices, which means that all the devices will be listed here with several information, and you are and if there is new devices that are newly discovered, there is a tag new, so that you will understand that this device is newly discovered. You have the option to mark as red, so that you know that device is not newly discovered. And also on filtering section, you have the option to filter only the newly discovered devices. Also, you can choose to see the devices by their discovery type, by network, by SNMP, or by Active Directory. IP address, MAC address, and device type. There are currently 10 plus 1 device type: router, printer, UPS, switch, load balancer, firewall, workstation, server, mobile, and other. And there is a one unknown type, which indicates that the necessary information could not be fetched, and most probably it will be fetched on the next run. And also you are able to filter by device group, by customer, and by discovery date. And when you want to manage a device, you just click a device, and if discovery type is by SNMP, you will be able to click manage device over SNMP. And so let's find out an SNMP device. So there is currently no found SNMP devices. So let's wait for the existing discovery to be finished. You can go to discovery log. So as you can see, it found two devices, actually one device, but by two discoveries. One is by network, and since we have enabled the SNMP, it also checks the SNMP port, so that it found the same device with SNMP protocol as well. So as I said, you can click on a device and click to manage device over SNMP button, and then device will be moved to here, so that you can assign some profiles, and therefore you will be able to manage and monitor that device. When you click on device name, you are able to see a summary of the device. This is a printer, and here you can see the network details as well. And on associated profiles tab, you will be seeing the assigned profiles. So currently no profiles has been assigned to this device. So let's continue to profiles section, so that we will be configuring a new profile to be able to manage properly the detected discovered device. So let's create on profiles. You can add a description, but it's not mandatory. So here there are three sections. First one is general. It's almost the same as the normal profiles for enrolled endpoints. Second one is network monitor section. And the third one is probe devices. So network monitors, you can define some monitors here, but I will just skip that because I want to show you how to create monitor first. You can clone the newly created profile, or you can just delete it. So let's move to monitor section. Here you can see all the network monitors that has been created. And by clicking create monitor, you can define the monitor. You can specify the folder that this monitor will be placed. And when you click create, the monitor is created and opened. Details are opened general tab. You can specify the alert settings. If you wish to use a different kind of alert, you can just type the alert name. There's an option to trigger an alert if the probe device cannot reach the monitor device. So on conditions, there are currently four conditions. First one is uptime. This indicates that, for example, if we consider this specific condition, when the network device uptime is less than 15 minutes, then condition will be triggered and an alert will be sent. On performance, you will be able to monitor CPU usage and RAM usage. On this condition, you will be able to monitor free space left on system drive, free space left on any drive, and free space change on the system drive. So it's basically the same with our generic monitors, performance monitors. And lastly, device status monitor. This is one of the most important monitors and most widely used monitors. So you will be able to receive an alert whenever a device is offline or online for a predefined amount of period. So let's create a performance monitor, and let's put 80% for 1 minute, let's say. And you can just click to save the configuration. On Profiles tab, you will be seeing the profiles that are included this created monitor. And on Logs tab, you will be seeing the monitoring logs. Whenever this monitor is triggered, you will be seeing a log for each device that monitor is triggered. So let's go back to Profiles. Select the newly created profile, go to Network Monitor section, and click Add Monitor. And you can easily add the specified monitor by just start entering the name of the monitor. You can add more than one monitor at a time and click OK. So this monitor is added to this profile. Now we need to add a probe device to be able to monitor the other managed devices. So I'm adding device. Also, you can add more than one probe devices, just like discoveries. And you will be able to set a device as default so that firstly, this device will be used for monitoring. And if this is unreachable, then it will move on to the other devices. And now let's go back to devices section to associate the newly created profile with our managed device. So we click on the managed device, managed devices tab, click manage profiles, add profile, and start typing the name of the profile. Again, we will be able to add more than one profile to any device, and you will be able to also remove profile. So when you go back to the device details on associated profiles section, now you can see the associated profile and with the result of the information. So this means that the profile was successfully sent to the device and fully processed. And now the monitor can start listening device. So that's all I want to cover for today. Are there any questions about any kind of sections that we just covered? Okay, so there is one question. I'm unclear about what is the probe device versus probed devices. So actually, there are two types of probe device, and one is used on discoveries. We need a probe device, especially on when the discovery type is by network, because search through a predefined range of network, and to be able to reach that network, a probe device has to be inside that network so that it can start pinging the related IP addresses. That's why we need at least one probe device, which is inside that network, and also which is enrolled actually on Endpoint Manager, so that the device can be chosen. And the second one is on profile section. This is needed because of monitors that are added to be able to execute properly and trigger an alert whenever the necessary condition is satisfied. So this is where you need to put some probe devices, it can be more than one device, be able to monitor the related managed devices. Would that satisfy your question? And also, if you are asking about the probed devices, I think the probed devices, there is now no terminology in any UI, but I think you are mentioning about the devices that are discovered. So you don't probe the devices from the cloud, you probe them from a computer already in the network and assigned to the endpoint. Correct. Exactly. Because there are some closed networks, so our cloud servers will not be able to reach to that internal network. That's why we need a probe device. Are there any questions? Okay. Then thank you for attending to our Itarian Power Up webinar session. Have a nice day and see you next week.